Good morning, Regis Jesuit fans. My name is Sam Stern alongside Jake Stewart, Patrick Carlson, and Jack Fade. It's a beautiful morning here. 48 degrees, very sunny. We just are recovering from the snowstorm, Jake, that they got us a 2-hour late start and then rescheduled the game to today. But Jake, we are so excited that we can be here today and that you decided to spend your morning and afternoon with us here at the Raider Sports Network for a matchup between the Regis Jesuit Raiders and the number 5 Pomona Panthers. Again, my name is Sam Stern alongside Jake Stewart. We're so glad to be with you. And you know, Jake, we're coming into a matchup between two teams who are firepower is the only word I can use to describe both of these teams. Each of them have stars. We're going to start with the Raiders, okay, Jake? We're going to start with Nico Markiel. We're going to start with him every game till the rest of the season. He's a star.
That's right, Nico Markiel, one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Colorado, entering this round 3 semifinal matchup. You mentioned it, the Regis Jesuit Raiders, undefeated, still at 11-0, playing the Pomona Panthers 7-4, and they're hungry, Sam. This is a team that's already lost to the Raiders once early in the regular season, and you know what they say, one of the hardest things in sports, to beat the same team twice. So we'll see if the Raiders can do it tonight. The Bearded Boys are back in town, baby, from Patrick Carlson, Sam Stern, and myself, Jake Stewart. Fear the Beard and fear the Regis Jesuit Raiders, currently on a roll. 45-7 with the last victory over Highlands Ranch, cruising through the playoffs thus far. Sam, let's see if they can do it tonight against Pomona, a team we can't take for granted, number 5 ranked in the state of Colorado.
Yes, Fear the Beard is correct. We're so glad that you tuned in with us today. And coming off a great matchup, the Raiders played against Highlands Ranch in their first matchup of the playoffs. And
Regis Jesuit kicking off, electing to defer after winning the toss, so it will be Pomona getting the ball first in this one.
So 49-7 was the score of last game between the Regis Jesuit Raiders and Highlands Ranch. You talk about Nico Markiel, 55% pass rating, completion, 225 yards, 4 touchdowns. So a very solid game, solid outing for Nico Markiel, alongside his running mate in David Doty with 180 rush yards and 2 touchdowns on the evening.
You look at this Pomona team, Sam, they're not going to shy away from those blowouts either. 36-7 was the last score over number 12 Legends, so you cannot take this team for granted. Look for this game to be close, though. I'm not expecting anything resembling that of a blowout. Number 4 ranked versus number 5 ranked in the state of Colorado. Winner will play Cherry Creek, number 1, in the Final Four next round.
Yeah, Cherry Creek's a very talented team, but Cherry Creek is going to have their hands full if they play this Raiders team, with guys like Nico Markiel, David Doty, Bryce Sloan, Clay Nanke, Jackson Connolly, Ty McGuire. The list is going on. Nico Markiel, 2,359 pass yards on the season, and David Doty, 1,173 rush yards with 19 touchdowns on the season. As the Raiders come onto the field, Jake, the electrifying noise is here, and this game should be an amazing one.
That's right, the Raiders getting hyped, we're getting hyped, and quickly just want to point out, Sam, we talked about top-seeded Cherry Creek. They rallied from down 20-7 last night to beat number 8 Fairview 42-28 in a tough quarterfinal game. So a team, you know they're beatable, Sam, that they've suffered some leads. So the winner of this game, watch out, Cherry Creek. So we'll see what happens tonight, though. During the day today, 12 o'clock game time to start. We're not used to this, Sam, earlier in the day to start this one. The number 5 seeded Pomona Panthers and the number 4 seeded Regis Jesuit Raiders to play today.
It should be a great matchup. We're getting ready for kickoff here on the Raider Sports Network. Again, for those of you who do not know, basketball season is upon us.
You betcha. It's Sam's favorite sport. It's one of mine as well. And triple header, if you will, trifecta tonight. And you tell them about it, Sam. I know you're excited about the games, and I know you're excited about the season. You've been waiting a long time. Tell them what's in store for later today.
Yes, tonight it's an honor, to say the least. We're talking about 2 games tonight to honor suicide prevention at Arapahoe High School, something that is dear to many people's hearts and something that we're trying to fix, and having 2 games to hopefully prevent some of these occurrences. It's just amazing what these schools have done. Regis Jesuit and Arapahoe teaming up to play 2 preseason expedition games, but should be really a great experience for people who are just trying to make change. And you're going to see a brand new boys basketball team. They're going young this year. You're going to hear more about it tonight at Arapahoe High School. Jake and I will be on the call with Patrick and Jack as well. And then you're going to hear about Jada Moore and Avery Van Sickle leading the girls team this year to hopefully another Final Four, maybe even a championship with the departure of the Dunkathon in herself, Francesca Belibi. We're excited to get this one kicked off today. That's going to be Jordi De La Torre. He's magnificent. He's a star. He will play D1 football one day. He's amazing.
So here we go, kicking off here. It's Jordi De La Torre all season long. The nickname, Sam, we love it. The Bull. You'll hear a lot of nicknames tonight. Bring it back, baby. And here we go, getting it started. Semifinal action, round 3. Here we go, Saturday afternoon.
And that big kick is booted to the other side of the field. Touchback time. And we are now ready to see Pomona. And we talk about them, Jake. Starting quarterback number 15, Brady Ritzman. 6'1" junior. Unbelievable player, Jake. You talk about another 2 quarterbacks on each end. Very smart players. They know what they're doing.
That's right. We saw this team earlier in the season. You got to be careful for number 2, wide receiver, the junior Jack Posipple.
Yes.
He is the main threat on the outside. Watch out for him.
Jack Posipple, 134 rush yards on the season, 780 receiving yards, 11 receiving touchdowns as they run this one inside. And he's going to be stopped there. Great defense by the Raiders. And Jake, that's one part of the game that's going to be tough for the Raiders today is the rushing game. This team utilizes it. They have a lot of rushing yards on the season.
That's right, not shying away from their game plan all season long. Is this Panthers team going to start it off with a run, a 5-yard run? A nice start for Pomona. Now the Raiders got to clamp down on defense. A little just in the line there. Clay Ninke switching sides with Matthew Bear. Nice tackle there by the Raiders. Short gain on that one.
So the Raiders defense ready to go tonight, or today, my apologies. You talk about a defensive line in Matt Bear, Clay Nanke, Brian Mottram, Matt Shade, and Tuatelli, who we'll talk about in a little bit, who has rejoined this team the past couple games as they get a first down there for Pomona. And Jake, I'm glad we were able to bring this up because it's huge news. I was talking to Bryce Sloan about it. Mosipala Tuatelli, you're going to recognize that last name, Jake, Tuatelli.
Tama, baby.
Yes, Tama's brother is back in the lineup. He was injured the entire regular season and is back for this defense. You're going to see him on the field. Jake, Bryce has told me he has made a humongous difference in the 2 games he's been back this season.
And I've been following his comeback too, Sam. He trains at my fitness center trails, and I see him all the time working out. He's a hard worker. He's ready to get back in there.
Now, Jake, something interesting to point out. Just notice this. If you notice, number 2 for Pomona is playing quarterback, and guess who that is?
That's Jack Posipple.
That's Jack Posipple, who's playing quarterback today. So it's really interesting to see what he can do in so many facets of the game today, as we're now seeing him in a whole nother position with Ritzman on the sideline.
It's truly unbelievable. Posipple a little bit undersized back there, not looking like a quarterback back there, but there's a run, design run play right there for Posipple. 4-yard gain brings up a 3rd and short. So Pomona doing a little something out of their playbook, Sam, that you don't see very often. They're using the wide receiver who also plays running back and quarterback. Reminds you a lot of Taysom Hill for New Orleans Saints if you watch that, and it will be called a first down there.
And you know, some parts of that game, Jake, I can even say is maybe like a Lamar Jackson-esque. You see somebody who's not only going to be that quarterback mentality, throw the ball, but he wants to get some his rushing yards in too, Jake.
You got to be careful with his dual threat ability. You see it there again. Run up the middle. You're going to see that all day long. Ball comes out. Raiders fall on it.
And that's Brian Mottram, brother of former Mottrams who attended this school. It just runs in the family, Jake.
That's
athletes.
Right. What a start for the Raiders defense. Wow. Coach Harold Hasselback ecstatic on the sidelines for his defensive line, getting the first turnover of this game to start it off for the Raiders, and now it's Nico Markiel and the offense's turn.
You're seeing your first sighting of Nico Markiel this evening. David Doty on his left, Bryce Sloan, Jackson Connolly, and Ty McGuire in the center, ready to go tonight. They are phenomenal players. Today, what's wrong with me?
We're going to hear that mistake a lot today, maybe even tonight as well. We got a triple header we talked about. A little false start there on the Raiders.
And that was a false start on the Raiders.
That was number 5, Matthew Bear. The Bear, he plays defense. And now a little bit of offense too, Sam. I haven't seen that a lot this season.
Little jitters, Jake, I think is what you have to say on that. This is big time, Jake. This is one of their biggest games of the season. And as people know, this is our second time playing Pomona this season. We opened up this regular season against them. A very tight first half, if you can remember. And then in the third and fourth quarter, we went off.
That's right. It started the momentum for the Raiders. And there's another flag. It looks like another false start on the Raiders once again. And going back to your point on Pomona, Sam, the Raiders were underranked in that game. Pomona was ranked a lot higher than they were. The Raiders pulled off the upset, and that's what started this season run. And now you see the Raiders at 11-0. So you got to wonder, Sam, is there a little bit of bad blood from this Pomona team? You know, you started off with a loss on the season to the Raiders. You got to wonder if they're, motivated to come back now and get this one when it matters most. Semifinals, round 3 action winner will play Cherry Creek.
Nico Marchiol. With time, up to the sidelines. Bryce Sloan with the catch. It'll be a great pass there by Nico Marchiol.
Looks like a gain of 7 there, almost getting back to the initial marker prior to those false starts. So we got to be careful all game long of those penalties, those false starts, those defensive offsides. Sam, Pomona will do that to you. So far, already 2 on this drive for the Raiders.
Nico Marchiol. 4th down coming here. 2nd down, my apologies.
He's got Doty on
I'm blind today.
Taking a huge hit there on the play. That was number 25 with the big hit. Sanjay Strickland, and oh my goodness, Sam. I sure remember him from the last time these two teams played.
Gonna lead me into my next point. Sanjay Strickland, a big guy to say the least. He's 6'2", 225 pounds, leads the team, one of the best players in the state with 14 sacks on the season. He's giant, he's a monster. Be careful.
So a 3rd down and 13 now from the Raiders, a long way to go. Sure manageable though for Nico Marchiol.
Nico Marchiol, 3rd down coming here. Very poised quarterback. He knows what he's doing. With time over the top. That's caught by David Doty. But he's going to be pushed back. And it'll be a 4th down play. And you're going to see the punt team come onto the field as our punter, Eddie Maxfield, comes onto the field for the first time.
Making the just great initial open field tackle, with Sanjay Strickland on that play. Once again, we've called his name. What a great punt there from Eddie Maxfield.
Eddie Maxfield having a great season thus far. He's versatile, to say the least. He's going to give you some running back minutes. He's going to punt the ball for you. He's just a great player.
That's right, Eddie Maxfield. He'll come in when you got the lead. He'll come in, when it's a close game. He'll come in at the punter position. So another one of those guys, on this Raiders team. He's got flexibility. He can play just about any position, and you need that on a team like the Raiders. They don't have as many players as a lot of these teams like Cherry Creek and the Valors. And you mentioned Valor, Sam, and get to that point. They lost to Columbine yesterday in a big game, so number 2 seeded Valor knocked out of the playoffs.
1st down here. Pomona running up the middle. Immediately stopped by the Raider wall. That was Matt Bear and Tuatelli to meet him with Clay Nanke behind them. 2nd down play coming up for Pomona. And then you talk about Pyrese Miller, another defender and offensive player we talk about, Jake. He's a part of that running back by committee that we talk about so often. But he's a defender too. But he had a touchdown last game, Jake. He's versatile.
That's right. We've seen interceptions from him. We've seen touchdowns. And not a lot of players do that at the high school level. And so Pyrese Miller, like Sam said, a dual threat player, part of the running back committee. Short gain on that play. Brings up a 3rd down and 6 now. Another big play for the Raiders defense.
And that was Pospisil running it again. And Jake, we're seeing, because he is such a great runner, that he's not throwing the ball. He's just not going to. He's going to run it every single time, Jake. That's his strength.
That's right, until he shows that he can throw the ball, until he shows he can get that ball out wide. You stack the line, you get as many guys up there on the line of scrimmage as possible and make sure he does not get around you and get those extra yards.
And look who's back, Jake. Ritzman is back up top. That is an interesting way to do it, but he's back up. Ritzman going to throw it this time. Oh, it's up. Intercepted.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yes.
It It went up to outer space, came back down, and none other than number 30, Xavier Carroll there on the pick. Oh my goodness, Sam, they were playing patty cake with that ball, and coming down with it are the Regis Jesuit Raiders.
Ritzman coming onto the field for the first time in his first play on the field is an interception. What a play by Ritzman. Great play by Xavier Carroll to read it. Gosh, this defense is so great this season.
Look at this Pomona team, Sam. I'm thinking right now, what are you guys doing? You're throwing multiple quarterbacks out there, and you bring your number one quarterback on a third down play, and that's what happens. He throws it into triple coverage and intercepted by Xavier Carroll there. And Xavier Carroll, we'll see him on offense as well. Two running backs in the backfield, now, for the Raiders. Great field position once again for Nico Markiel.
Nico Markiel with plenty of time. First deep pass of the day. Looking for Jackson Connolly with some fury on that pass. Nico Markiel, he's active.
That's right, and Connolly had a step on the defender there. He was open, just a little bit overthrown there from Nico Markiel. You gotta wonder, is that the playoff jitters, or is that just this opening game start? We'll see tonight, Saturday morning for the Raiders. 0-0 still to score. 2 turnovers already for Pomona, Sam, and we got to see if the Raiders can take advantage of that.
I think it's jitters and excitement, Jake. Nico Markiel loves these moments.
That's right.
He loves them.
Biggest game of his career so far for Nico Markiel.
Markiel, second down play coming ahead. David Doty on his right. He's going to run it up the middle. David Doty still staying up. He's going to go for that first down. Let's see if he lunged far enough. David Doty. He is a beast at that running back position. You could not ask for a better player. He definitely gets the most improved player award.
And you see that initial hit there from the Pomona defender. Could have stopped him for gain of 1 or 2. That burst of speed from David Doty, getting an extra 6 yards on that play, and now it's a third and manageable, and a third down and 2 for the Raiders and Nico Markiel. Sam, I say you do that again. Just give it right back to David Doty up the middle on third down.
Nico Markiel, third down coming with David Doty on his left. Let's see what he decides to do here. Fakes the handoff once again. He's going to run it himself with more. Nico Markiel, the multi-dimensional quarterback, showing why he is one of the best quarterbacks, not only in the state, but in the nation.
Look at that rushing ability from Nico Markiel, going up-tempo now. No huddle now.
Nico Markiel from deep.
Intercepted.
No!
Oh my goodness. That was number 30, Ryan Bender, the senior linebacker. Way to take the momentum from the Regis Jesuit Raiders. And oh my goodness, Sam, it's been a turnover battle so far. 3 already in this game, and we're not even through the first quarter.
Oh, gosh, crazy activity going on here. With 6:19 left to go in this first quarter, a lot of live action coming to you live as Pomona's offense is right back on the field once again. Let's see if we can see another turnover here from Ritzman.
So the Raiders now 2 opportunities with great field position in the Pomona side of the field, unable to capitalize.
Ritzman going to hand this one off up the sideline. That's 24. Cruz. He has 464 rush yards on the season. He's talented.
That's right, but so is Colby Jaramello on that play.
Yes.
Coming up and making a tackle, forcing him out wide. Nice stop on the defensive end from the Raiders. The defense has been strong so far.
A player who's very emotional, Jake. He's been suspended 1 game this season. We'll end it there. We just love his activity out there. Ritzman, second down coming for him.
See if he starts to settle in a little bit after that interception on his opening drive, first throw of the game.
Another handoff up the middle again, hard hit, and they'll stop him once again.
Driven backwards there by Xavier Carroll, Z as they call him. Already 1 interception from Xavier Carroll in this game, already making his mark on his first playoff game of his varsity career. Excuse me, that says 3rd playoff game.
3rd, yeah. Cruz is active at that running back position for Pomona. Let's see if they keep going to him as a first option. 3rd down play coming here, 3rd and 3, 5:05 left to go in this exciting first quarter full of excitement and turnovers.
If you're the Raiders, you're expecting a run here. You've seen it all game long so far. They got 2 runners in the backfield right now.
With time, handoff up the left. Wow, he's big and gone. Byrese Miller's the only one left. And he gets him out of bounds. Pyrese Miller with great help, but 25 for Pomona, Jake.
Sanjay
He's big.
Strickland, oh my goodness. He's just trucking people left and right and bulldozing through people. Sanjay Strickland, Sam. Yeah, man, that guy hurt you the first game, hurts you again.
He's coming back strong.
How to shut him down if the Raiders want to win this one.
Yeah, Sanjay showing it on both ends today. They've put him at that running back position, and he is not disappointed, to say the least. He is a fantastic player. He's a senior. He has plenty of experience, Jake, in these types of moments.
So if you're this Raiders defense, you've seen the scheming, you've seen the play call so far from Pomona. You just got to shut down the running game so far. That's been huge for them thus far. Two runners in the backfield once again.
Ritzman handoff to Cruz once again up the middle. He's fast. Fake to the right. And they stop him in the middle.
Gain of 11 there. And Sam, you look at that 1-2 punch as the flag comes out at the end there. That's big, excuse me. But you look at that 1-2 punch. You got Sanjay Strickland, the big bowling ball runner up the middle. He kind of reminds me of the old Monte Ball combination, or if you will, now Royce Freeman for the Broncos. And then you got Phillip Lindsay up the middle as well in Ben Cruz. So those two are really present today for both these teams. You see a personal foul on the defense now of the Raiders.
So the defense getting a foul called on them, trying to stop this high-powered Pomona offense, who is gaining momentum, to say the least. They have the star power to stop it, though. First and 10 at the 18. Here comes Ritzman with a first down play with Cruz on his left. Cruz is playing great.
First time in the red zone for Pomona, trying to capitalize and do what the Raiders have not so far.
Ritzman handoff to Cruz once again.
Big tackle there.
Raiders read the play great there. Let's see if they can get two more stops and force them to kick a field goal. That was Andrew Kulich getting the stop there, Jake. You know him. He is also a multi-positional player, quarterback.
That's
backup
right.
quarterback for the Raiders.
Quarterback making big tackles on the bend. Cruz play there. Cruz is versatile. He'll get around you, and now it's Sanjay Strickland in the backfield. Watch out for him, the bowling ball. On the right side is Ben Cruz, the 1-2 punch.
225 pounds running at you, and they get his leg.
There you go. That's what we like to see, Sam. A better tackle there on the hands of Brian Mottram, limiting it to a 4-yard gain there, but a good stop from the Raiders on that one.
7-yard gain in the play, 3rd and 3 for Pomona.
3rd and 3 for Pomona, 7-yard gain. They need to complete this one here if you're Pomona to give them a big lead. 7-0 in this excellent playoff game that we have for you here on the Raider Sports Network. Watch out for Postable on the left side. He's a star. He's a main option with Sanjay Strickland and Cruz on his left and right. Let's see what they can do here. Hand off to Sanjay, up the middle.
Looks like he got in.
Touchdown, Pomona.
Sanjay Strickland virtually unstoppable so far in this game, and only fitting that he ends this drive in a touchdown. And for the Raiders, Sam, 2 opening drives for this offense and nothing to show for it. So got to step up now and get some points on the board.
Sanjay Strickland going to be a tough cover today. He is a big dude. He has the talent, and you're going to have to see him on the other side of the field as well, Jake. He'll be everywhere today.
Raiders trying to get into this one, trying to get back hyped. They started the game strong. They will get the ball in the second half. Nothing to worry about. The Raiders not playing through many deficits, if you will, so far in this season, but the ones they have, Sam, so far in this season, both in the regular season and the playoffs, they've played well. They've came back strong, and including Pomona, if we both remember right. Remember that was a game we saw the delay towards the end, and the Raiders came back and won that game. So Raiders are not new to playing from behind, and so we'll see if they can get through that tonight.
That was 48. Dion Mays putting that extra point up. So it is 7-0. This game is nowhere near over, to say the least, and you talk about a team, Jake. This almost seems to me, it looks identical to the way the game started against Pomona at the beginning of the season, where we start off the game, Jake, not very good, very slow, a lot of turnovers, very rusty. We come back in that 3rd and 4th quarter, Jake. It's a whole nother team. It's totally new game.
Totally, and I think that's the game too where we saw Nico Markiel. It was the one game where it's probably this whole season where we saw him not stepping up, but the whole second half was just a different story than that first half. And so Markiel trying to get this third drive and make it third time a charm now, and we'll see if he can turn it around for the Raiders in this offense. Big pick there from the offensive lineman, Garrett Bishop.
Tyrese Miller running up the middle. He's immediately stopped.
Excellent open field tackle there. That was number 7 for Pomona, A.J. Zamora, stopping what might have been a touchdown return there. He was explosive return there. Great stop, though, on the play.
So Nico Markiel coming back onto the field. He would love to put a touchdown on the board to end this first quarter and give this team some momentum going into this second quarter. Nico Markiel, he is only a sophomore in high school, people. I know, I'm not lying. I am not joking. He is a sophomore in high school playing like a college quarterback this season, Jake.
He's going to terrorize defenses for years to come, and we're just bummed. This is our last year to see him myself. Jake Stewart, Patrick Carlson alongside me, and Sam Stern as well.
Running up the middle, Tyrese Miller lunging for a couple extra yards. Might need to go join the dive team with some excellent form. I give him a 10 out of 10 on that play.
The state champion dive team here at Regis Jesuit. A lot of state champions. The tennis team nominated, on the field before this game and getting their awards for winning state. So congrats to the tennis team and Miss Jones, the coach of that.
Love Miss Jones, Jake. I love Miss Jones.
She's awesome. She's best of the best.
Yes, she is. Nico Markiel, second down play coming here. With time, handoff, up the middle, Tyrese Miller, up the right sideline, with time, and he stopped, doing a cartwheel down the sideline with some happiness on the face. What a play, first down.
Tyrese Miller bouncing off the would-be tackler, saying, see you later, reminding me a lot of the great number 21, Keon Martinez. If you're watching this game and you're one of the Regis Jesuit alumni, no, that is not Keon Martinez, but that is Tyrese Miller filling the shoes of the great Keon Martinez, doing a great job.
Nico Markiel thought about testing his throw, instead runs it himself and gains a couple yards on the play. Great awareness by Nico Markiel, a word that is so fitting for his game, Jake. He's so aware on the field, and not very often have we had to say that he is not knowing what he's doing on the field. He knows what he's doing.
Getting a little spinorama, whoop-de-doo, get 4 yards on the play, brings up second down and 6 for the Raiders now. See if they can get David Doty in this run game going. We've talked about the importance of that all season long.
Nico Markiel, second down play coming here with time up the left sideline, cutting in Jackson Connolly. First reception of the game. You're going to hear his name often. He is one of the leading receivers on this team alongside Ty McGuire and Bryce Sloan.
And if you're new to our Raider Sports Network broadcast, the emphasis this year all season long has been the speed on the outside. Bryce Sloan on one side, Jackson Connolly on the other.
Nico Markiel needs to hurry. Pomona still up. Gets it. Oh, it was caught on the sideline by one of the players that was not on the field.
late flag thrown on that play. Could be called for intentional grounding. We didn't have the best luck. Look up here from the press box, but Nico Markiel, Sam, sophomore sensation, breaking out of that. 2 players that could have gotten him down for the sack there, and that's the confidence stepping up there. Huge call there on the defense on Pomona. That's roughing the passer at the end of the play. 15 yards and an automatic first down. So Nico Markiel, Sam, drawing the flag there. What could have been a 15-yard loss turns into a 15-yard gain for the Raiders.
First down coming for the Raiders, and they're getting closer and closer with 1:06 left to go to tie in this one up 7-7, Jake, and I think we're going to see it happen. They look poised, and they have the momentum in their direction as David Doty is on the field with Tyrese Miller as well. They're going to go with that 2 running back lineup.
I'm proud, Sam, the emphasis on closer there, the Chainsmokers song. The Chainsmokers just coming into town last week at Pepsi Center. Some people might have gotten the chance to see them. And
I didn't, Jake. I'm devastated.
well, you're doing a great job pulling out the song lyrics. And maybe
you.
I'll have you sing it for us after the game.
Well, I mean, I know that you like to sing, so I mean, maybe that's our halftime show since there's no flag throwers here today. We can do the singing instead. Oh, gosh. So second down coming here. The Raiders, 10-0-0 season. They were unbelievable. They are playing like a state caliber team.
Sam, Oh, it's another flag there. As your references are just getting better and better, I start picking this stuff up. I've known Sam for a very long time. The unbelievable. I mean, you're referencing Fran Belibi there. Come on. I know you're excited for basketball season. But we got a couple more hours, Sam. Couple more. See the girls basketball team getting ready tonight without the star Fran Belibi, but stepping in the shoes, Jada Moore and you know the rest of that team ready to go this season. They want it. They want to win the whole thing this year, as well as the boys team as well. Both playing in Arapahoe. We'll have it for you tonight on the Raider Sports Network.
And we'll talk more about those basketball teams at the end of this quarter. Nico Markiel gonna flick it over to David Doty on the right side. Still up. Great play by Nico Markiel. He saw David Doty in motion around the right side. Flick it to him. Got him some yardage.
Sam, you know me, that's one of my favorite plays. The RPO, the run pass option, gives you a lot of options there. He can run it himself. He can throw it off to the running back, or he can even decide to throw it, and he decides to do the little pitch at the end there to David Doty. Good call, and a nice run there from Doty.
And another flag on the offense, and it's going to push them back once again with 20 seconds left to go in this first quarter. So they have time. 2nd and 14. Patrick.
So the story now for the Raiders, almost the first quarter in the story thus far, Sam. Turnovers and penalties plaguing this team so far. Trying to get on the board still. Great field position on the Pomona side of the field.
2nd and 20 for Regis Jesuit.
5 seconds left to go. Let's see if they're going to get this one off before the end of the first. And they will not. So we will end the end of this first quarter, 7-0 Pomona. A quarter that can be described as a lot of turnovers, a lot of rustiness, Jake.
Sloppiness out there.
Yes, but I think that we're destined to see some better play coming up for the Raiders. And going back to that basketball, Jake, it's so exciting. And you talk about two teams, different and weird stories, Jake. We'll start with that girls team. A team that has lost an all-star, Jake. She will play in the WNBA today. I don't care what anybody tells me. She is that good. She is playing at Stanford right now with a stacked team with Haley Jones. More unbelievable team. But you talk about a Raiders team that's been being led by two stars, Jada Moore and Avery Van Sickle. One word: buckets.
That's right. And as Sam mentioned, if you're new to any sort of Raider sports or anything basketball, and you just want to see an awesome play, an awesome player, go watch our highlights of Fran Belibi on the RJ Media YouTube account. We have her dunks. We have her everything there. The big first dunk that made her the first girl in the state of Colorado that is high school player to dunk the ball. So go check it out and check out these Raiders today so far. 7-0 the score in favor of Pomona. Raiders trying to turn it around in this second quarter though, Sam.
They are. And that boys basketball team, Jake, they're turning young this year. Lost a lot of talent, and they're going to go with a lot of young stars. Will Barbera, one of the seniors on the team, is going to be our starting point guard this year, and he'll be so exciting. As Tyrese Miller is so exciting, too, as he runs up the middle for maybe a yard if he's lucky.
And quickly going back to that basketball point there, Sam, I think with this team, you can't count them out either, because this is like a football team for the Raiders. Counted out at the beginning of the season, a younger team, and they stepped up. And yes, they may not be as talented as in years past, but this is a Raiders basketball team under Coach Ken Shaw, one of the best coaches in the state of Colorado. Could go very far this year.
Yeah, you talk about a team, Jake. Will Barbera, as I mentioned. Michael Wolf played varsity last year. He's a sniper from the three-point line. He'll be starting this year. Alonzo Paul moved up to varsity with Kyle Sandler, and Ty Bergman, our starting center. Stretch 5, who's going to give you not only the points, he's going to board it, he's going to block shots. He's a great player, solid center. And Chase Allen, Jake. Some of you are going to recognize that name. 6'6". He is going to Michigan for baseball.
Yep.
So he's going to be the backup center this year, someone who can also stretch the floor if need be, but he's really going to be relied upon with his boards, his blocks, his defense. He's an all-around versatile center. But, Jake, you're right. You cannot count either of these basketball teams out this year. But, Jake, they have a tough schedule. They're going to start off against Arapahoe today for a preseason game, and then December 3rd is our first matchup at Overland High School, and we'll be broadcasting it.
Very exciting stuff, and this Raiders team now going to have to be geared into this third down play. It's third down and long, trying to get A touchdown on the board now is Nico Markiel. Look for Connolly on that left side.
Fake the handoff. Fakes a pass. Nobody there. He's sacked.
Markiel, the smart play there. He wanted Bryce Sloan on one side. Bryce Sloan smothered up there by the defense. Decides to take the sack and not throw that one to an interception. So 4th down and humongous now for the Raiders. It's out of field goal range. Looks like they're keeping the offense on the field now.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for it. With Nico Markiel, Jake, I think Nico Markiel's, it's not him. He just needs his receivers to be open and to get open, and they just need to figure it out. Nico Markiel's going to thread the needle. He's going to give a perfect pass every time. He just needs options.
That's right. If there's anybody in the state of Colorado that can complete a 4th and 25, it's Nico Markiel.
And he'll punt instead.
It was a beauty, but it takes a hop into the end zone, a Pomona bounce, if you will, and so the Panthers will take it with good field position at the touchback position there. Unfortunate sequence of events there for the Raiders, Sam. 2 drives thus far and 2 turnovers, and then the 3rd drive there resulting in a punt for the Raiders.
Ritzman, Cruz, Posipal, and Strickland. Not Rod Strickland. The other Strickland, Sanjay. They have been the story of the offense today for Pomona.
A true grinder team is the Pomona Panthers. They'll beat you on defense, and then they'll run the ball up your throat. So far, that's been the case for the Panthers.
Great defense there. What a play. That was 77 for the Raiders. What a play running up the middle. Excellent job there to read the play in the middle, Jake.
The big boy up the middle, Sam, coming up big on that play and bringing up 2nd down and long. The Raiders are going to need him and many other players on that defensive front. Matthew Baer, Colby Jaramillo, all those guys to stop the run tonight. Look for Clay Ninke as well, the big 6'6" defenseman and tight end.
And he's in for Grayson Stovall, who's on the sideline right now talking to Coach McPhee. Handoff. Fake handoff. That was Ritzman. Faked me out. And the Raiders stop him there. Flag on the field. Oh, no. Let's see who it's on. It could be on the Raiders.
I think it will be on the Raiders for a late hit there, although I didn't see much on that play.
I'd be very surprised, Jake. I didn't see anything on that one.
Not much of a penalty there if it is on the Raiders. See if the refs decide to pick up this flag. A lot of discussion now on the field for the guys in white.
A very packed parent and student section today. A great turnout, Jake. Oh, foul on 44. Give me a break. Brian Mottram getting called on that one. I don't know what they're thinking on that one. Gosh,
did I just hear biting,
break.
Sam? Did I hear biting?
I don't know. Biting. Someone needs to bite him. God, what a bad call.
Oh my goodness.
But I'll stop there. But Raiders are good enough to come back from a stupid call like that. Here we go. They're going to move it to the 40-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Handoff to Cruz up the middle, and they get him. Clay Nanke coming over to help. 6'6". He's not only a dunker, but he's a football player.
That's right. He's a tight end, and he's a big boy. That's Clay Nanke. You'll see it up the middle. That huge wingspan, too, Sam. Talk about that. I mean, he could be a basketball. He talked about a basketball player and just wrapping his arms around the offensive player. Nowhere to go there on that play.
2nd down play coming here for Ritzman. We've seen a little bit of everything. We've seen some running plays. We've seen some passing plays. Let's see what he decides to do here.
Let's see if the Raiders can get some pressure. Haven't seen much of it thus far today.
Handoff once again. Here comes Strickland. God, he's so big. And he gets enough for the Jake. It's getting unbelievable. I mean, do the Raiders have anybody who can stop someone his size in Strickland?
Sanjay Strickland just powering his way through this defense. And to answer your question, Sam, we haven't seen it so far tonight. I mean, some players for the Raiders coming up with stops here and there, but so far it's been all Sanjay Strickland. You bring him in virtually whenever you want, and he'll run over that defense. So far it's worked out for the Panthers team. See him back there once again, Sanjay Strickland. Raiders going to have to clamp down on him. You see a little shift in lineup there, calling an audible.
And if I were them, Jake, I'd just go for him again. Sanjay's working out for them, but he's not. They're going to throw it, and it's almost blocked by Clay Nanke, and the Raiders are there to get a stop.
Sam, I was just surprised to see a throw there. Only, I
Me
want to say,
too.
the second or third throw of the day there for the quarterback, and we've already seen an interception there.
Pass is complete to Popsicle.
And I'm a little confused why you do that, Jake, because I feel like, I mean, it's the truth. I feel like Sanjay Strickland's a cheat code right now.
And Sam, the more I look at Pospisil, whatever number two's name pronunciation is, it just reminds me of popsicle. And it's a hot day here tonight, and in the
Yes.
snow, I want some popsicles, man.
I do too. The weather has just been great today. It's up to 51 degrees here in a beautiful Aurora, Colorado. Perfect view of the mountains on your screen.
Be a weatherman, Sam. And
Thank
take
you.
Mike Nelson's position on Fox 31.
Yeah, it's definitely in my future plans.
So second down here, run up the middle.
And this time, it's a first down. Raiders are struggling right now to stop the rush game. That was number 7 this time. A.Z. Zamora, who is another one of the players on this squad who can get stuff done. Jake, you talk about Posipal, Orona, Dexter, Nichols, Cruz, and then Zamora. The amount of weapons is just unbelievable.
That's right. I think we talked about it last time in the four-headed monster, and you talk about Cruz and Zamora bringing that burst of speed, and then you got the big Sanjay Strickland back there now, and he's just a bowling ball bursting up the middle, and there he is again.
Here he comes up the middle. Yes! They are all pushing him back. It is a team effort to stop a 225-pound big man.
That is how you tackle there. Great tackle on the play by Colby Jaramello. Got to keep it up if you're the Raiders and get back in this game. Strickland walking off the field slowly, and that's what you got to do, is you got to limit him on the ground game and try and switch up the game plan.
Second down coming here. Gosh, Strickland looks like the guy from Clash of Clans. What is it? the big guys.
Oh, the Barbarians.
Yes, the Barbarians. As that Barbarian was stopped there in Ritzman.
A major throwback there for all you young people out there at
yes.
Clash of Clans. Gotta love that. You only hear that type of stuff on the Raider Sports Network from Sam Stern. We missed him all year long on the soccer broadcast, and Hudson Ridley, though, did a great job, and he's not here with us tonight. Getting his little bye week tonight is Hudson Ridley.
Ritzman with Cruz on his right. Strickland is off the field right now, thank heavens.
Humongous third down play here for the Raiders. Look for a run up the middle. 3rd down and 3.
They're going to move Zamora to the right as he runs right up the middle with no coverage to the end zone. What a play! Zamora coming up the middle. 2nd touchdown of the game for him. Wow!
What a start for this Pomona run game. Unstoppable thus far in this game, and now it's 13-0 Panthers. Not the start you were looking for if you were the Raiders, not the start you were looking for if you're quarterback Nico Markiel. But Sam, if anybody in the state of Colorado can come back from a 13-point deficit, it's Nico Markiel.
Here comes another extra point kick coming your way. And this one is through the uprights and good, very high. That was 48, Dion Mays. It is now 14-0. Definitely a surprise if you're a Raider fan and if you're a Raider player. But as Jake said, if there's any team that can come back from a deficit like this, it's a Nico Markiel-led Raiders team.
That's right. You got to use those speed receivers on the outside. And Sam, you got to get David Doty going. So far, David Doty, not much work, and he's been shut down by the Panthers defense, who's really been stifling so far against one of the best offenses in the state of Colorado, led by one of the best quarterbacks as well.
So here comes the kick. It's going to be Jackson Connolly and Pyrese Miller in the backfield going to receive this one.
Looking on the sidelines right now, you see just this defense right now for the Raiders is gassed, looking at Bryce Parsons and Brian Mottram, excuse me, to name a few of those guys. And you got to really feel for the cornerbacks out there for the Raiders, Sam, not getting much action due to all these runs, and just frustrating so far for this Raiders defense.
And Jackson Connolly's going to take a run. He's a track and field star. Pomona stops him. What a play. They are firing on all cylinders. Wow. Number 9, Chase Muller. Everything about their game is on fire.
Connolly takes the kickoff.
Wow, Jake, this Pomona team is really looking hot.
To the 10-yard line.
We need momentum if we want to win this game, to say the least.
The Raiders up to this point just nothing to show in this third round quarterfinal matchup, and they're going to need to step up so far if they want to come back in this one. Long ways to go for Nico Markiel in the offense.
And it's a Nico Markiel dad sighting as he's running up the sideline to get his son some pep talks. Nico Markiel's son, or Nico Markiel's dad. Oh, what's wrong with me?
I was stumbling there for a second, Sam.
He doesn't have kids yet. Nico Markiel with time running
There
up
he
the
goes.
middle, running up the middle.
Huge hit at the end of that play, and Sam, if anything warrants a foul thus far in this game, as we've seen these trigger-happy refs, that should have been it. A little late hit on the head of Nico Markiel. Dangerous hit on that play by the Panthers defense.
1st and 10 for the Raiders. That's the type of activity we've seen throughout the season from Nico Markiel. Let's see if he can continue here. Nico Markiel with plenty of time up the middle. Sideline, Bryce Sloan caught. Fundamental.
That's the confidence you'd like to see in your star quarterback, letting it rip now, not holding back after the rough start in this one. Great job by Nico Markiel there. 9-yard gain, 2nd down and short. Run the ball with David Doty, Sam.
Bryce Sloan, coming from the big Sloan family, brother of Caleb Sloan, former sports star here. He played some football, but he was more known for his excellent fastball on the baseball team. He's a great player, and he'll play for TCU this season.
There it is. There's David Doty up the middle, lunging forward. You betcha, baby. 1st down, Raiders.
Patrick Carlson waving the hand forward. He's very hyped, as we are today,
The
too,
little
as well.
Florida State Seminoles hand motion there.
Yes.
Patrick Carlson, I know he likes to watch some college football. Nice
Yes.
job, Patrick.
Nico Markiel. We're saying a whole new, reinvigorated quarterback here as he goes deep to nobody.
See if a flag gets thrown out there for intentional grounding. I'm not seeing one. but you
Yes,
see
here
the-
we go.
There it is.
A late one.
Markiel saw nobody there. Took a hit on that play. No receiver in the area. And it will be an intentional grounding on the Raiders.
It's going to be intentional grounding on Markiel. It was a late whistle, but they called it.
For those of you new to the sport of football or high school football, that's a loss of a down as well. So a 5-yard loss and a loss of down. So a huge play there. Brings up 3rd down and long and really hurts that drive that was looking so good for the Raiders, Sam.
Nico Markiel. David Doty on his right side. Let's see if they can get something here. They need some kind of momentum shifter. Up the middle, it's Dallas Macias with more. Dallas Macias up the field, 50. Down. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
See you later, baby. Dallas Macias, he's done it again.
Dallas Macias. Now you see me, and now you don't. What a play. Up the middle.
Just a little slant to get Nico Markiel going up-tempo. Offense now for the Raiders, no huddle.
Another throw up the sideline to Dallas Macias. Once again, it's... Oh, no, Jake, no. Jake. Let's see what they call here.
Markiel clapping on the play.
Woo. That was
Raiders
close, Jake.
catching a break there. I stopped
I felt
breathing for a
I
second.
was like, oh my God, call the ambulance.
Oh my goodness, Sam, I was going to have you stretching me off the field there.
Nico Markiel, 2nd down play here. Bit of a scare.
Uh-oh, here comes the pressure.
He has
Works out
plenty
of
of
it.
time. He's
One to
going to run it.
beat.
He slips. He's still up, and he gains yards.
He's unbelievable. Sam breaks tackles, works the sideline, spins for an extra couple yards, and turns that would-be loss into a couple-yard gain there. 3rd down and manageable. 4 yards for the Raiders.
Lamar Jackson better be watching this game right
That's
now,
right.
Jake.
That's
I'd
right.
be
He would be in awe.
disappointed.
He would be in awe.
Nico Markiel claps the hands, and it's caught by Dallas Macias again.
Macias just
he's a main option.
A magnet right now. The ball just sticks to him. Man, those gloves from Macias working out well tonight, and Dallas Macias on another slant play there. He's been the 3rd down. He's go-to guy so far for the Raiders. You betcha, 1st down.
And Jake, Dallas Macias had a touchdown last game.
That's right, he did, and Macias is already getting it going so far tonight. He's been the spark that the Raiders needed. Here they go, 1st down. A little bit of momentum now on the Regis Jesuit Raiders side of things.
Bryce Sloan, Ty McGuire, Dallas Macias. Jackson Connolly! That's what Houstonians do! From Katy, Texas, Jackson Connolly showing the pronghorns there as he leaps into the sideline. What a play! First touchdown on the board, Raiders.
The speedster Jackson Connolly, he's done it all season long. He did it twice against Pomona on the first game of the season. He does it again here, getting the Raiders going. 14-6 now for the speedster Jackson Connolly. What a throw, what a catch. And the Raiders are on the board here at Luke Kellogg Stadium.
Hailing from Katy, Texas, my friend Jackson Connolly, putting the first touchdown on the board for the Raiders as we finally get to see Jordy De La Torre for this extra point kick. The bull through the uprights on a string.
Huffing and puffing, and the house coming down there for Jordy De La Torre. Best kicker in the state of Colorado. Great guy. Getting the Raiders tacking on the extra point there. 14-7 now the score. And the Raiders, Sam, all of a sudden are right back in the midst of things.
Just like that, Jake, you can turn a game from a 2-possession game to a 1 in the matter of minutes. Nico Markiel, that is why he is been looked at by every D1 college in the nation, Jake. It's for plays like that. Unbelievable play by Nico Markiel to see Jackson Connolly, who's a track star, Jake, maybe the best in Colorado, as he sprints up the sideline, wide open touchdown.
So Markiel, after 3 unsuccessful offensive drives to start this one, got things going in number 4 and got the Raiders on the board here now, figuring things out against this Pomona stifling defense back there, and the Raiders have a great one of their own. Now they're going to have to step up against this team led by Sanjay Strickland, Ben Cruz, Jack Popsicle, to name a few.
It's going to come straight to Popsicle. No, it's not. It's going to go behind him. Touchback. Popsicle. I love it, Jake. First and 10 coming for Pomona. Let's see if the Raiders can get a stop. They have struggled tonight to say, they have struggled today to stop
That's
this.
all right. We'll just say it's a night game. Let's just say it's a night game.
Gosh, I'm not used to being here at 12 o'clock in the day. Used to playing pick up at Lifetime basketball.
Sam was at the Nuggets game last night. Got to see a great one.
Great dub. Great game. Ritzman handoff. Up the middle. That's Cruz.
Ben
Up
Cruz.
the middle.
Look at the speed
Cruz.
there.
Oh my goodness, Jake. What is going on with the defense? They are letting them run up the field with will.
Cruz limping off the sidelines. Took a push there from Bryce Parsons, getting him out of bounds, and Ben Cruz. That's not the sight you want to see for the little guy, Sam.
And that's what Bryce Parsons will do to you. That's pure muscle, people. That is pure muscle.
That's pure Bryce Parsons and laying
it's
down
bad.
the
He's
field
on the
now.
ground.
So quickly now, as we have a moment in this action, I was told I got to give a special shout out, very special shout out to our RJ Varsity cheer team who made an awesome banner to support the Raiders tonight. Thanks to Katie, Mary, and McKenna, who will be competing tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. at Denver Coliseum. Just a star-packed night tonight for this Raiders team and Raiders school, both boys division. Oh my goodness, boys division and girls division for you. You got the girls basketball team, the boys basketball team, the cheer team, and the football team. What a great season now for these sports teams, as we've already talked about both basketball teams starting it up and hockey coming up as well soon. We'll have everything for you on the Raiders Sports Network. Always somebody there repping, as you see player walking off the field now is Ben Cruz, and looks like he's okay, so good to see that.
And while we have a moment here, speaking of shout-outs, Sophia Marcinick, Jake, co-head of RJ Media with myself. She does such a great job. And while we're at that, too, a magazine is coming out, people. Yes, finally. Our first issue of Elevate Magazine will be coming out in a week and a half. So be on the lookout for our great magazine. We have some great work done by our head editor-in-chiefs, Maddie Proctor and Hunter Sullivan, who will be committed to Holy Cross for swimming as well. So a multi-dimensional person in himself. As you see Ritzman here on the first down play. Let's see if the Raiders can turn up their momentum on the defensive end now. Ritzman with time, handoff up the middle to Zamora. And the Raiders there to meet him. Tuatelli there late with the late help. Second down coming. player on the ground. He's all good.
He's aight.
He's aight. He's aight.
He's aight.
He's aight.
That's the number 15 there, Brady Ritzman.
That's Matthew Shade coming off the field for the Raiders along with Matt Bear. He has not taken any lunches today.
That's right. I mean, he's just ready. It's lunchtime, Sam.
It's lunchtime.
This is lunchtime. It's his time.
It's 12:50. Ritzman going to hand this one off to Zamora once again. And he's immediately stopped there with the help of Colby Jaramillo.
Zamora, nowhere to go there. Third down and short, and this is where Pomona has thrived. They remind you a lot of this Navy-style offense. If you get the chance to see them, Air Force, similar style offenses. They'll run the ball up your throat, and that's this team just pretty much in described shortly there. And so you just got to stop the run if you're the Raiders. Stack in the box here. 9 guys up front. Sanjay Strickland, no, it's the quarterback.
And he
it's
gets
a first down.
First down and plenty more.
Just a great
Oh.
play design there by Pomona. Sam, I thought they were going to give it to Strickland.
Me
there.
too.
The Raiders had designed that defensive play well to get Strickland, and what do you know, keeping it there as a quarterback, and that's Brady Ritzman.
And you know, Jay, I'm really impressed with Ritzman, especially from the beginning of the season to now. You can see the improvement. Not only the improvement, but the confidence in his play. He knows what he's doing. That's something that both him and Nico Marchiol share in their game.
He's right, a composed and poised player, to say the least, and doesn't have a lot of pressure on him as he doesn't throw much, but here's a throw.
Or will it? As 4 Raiders converge.
Player down on the field, shaken up at the 35-yard line. And Sam, I can't see his number. I can't make that out right now, but it looks like he is down in a lot of pain in the middle of the field right there.
Yeah, let's see what's going on. It's going to be a timeout here as we wait to see what's going on with him. We're going to take a quick timeout here on the Raider Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in with us. And the injured player for Pomona is off the field. He'll be okay as Pomona and the Raiders come back onto the field. 1:17 until halftime. A 1-possession game, 14-7.
Raiders trying to keep it that way, limit it to 1 possession and go into halftime. Playing strong. They had some momentum there. Another run.
Great defense by the Raiders. They need to... No way! Zamora broke the tackle from Xavier Carroll. Jake, I could have sworn they had him with 4 guys around him.
Zamora just slip and slide there, and next thing you know, he's almost into the end zone.
This defense, Jake. And here comes a timeout from the Raiders, and boy, do they need one. Unbelievable. Harold Hasselback needs to talk something to these guys. Unbelievable. Zamora was down, and then they just let him go. Wow, this Pomona team. Not only are they playing well, but this Raider defense is not playing up to their par. Unbelievable, people. This is what I call live action on the Raider Sports Network. And Jake, you know, I'm counting here. I'm looking in front at these senior banners. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 senior banners. That's 10 seniors on this team, Jake. Those should be the leaders right now, telling these guys on the sideline right now, do we want this? Do we want a championship?
So far, they haven't looked the part so far as the Raiders and haven't stepped up to the occasion. Looks like Pomona, if things go their way, it would be up 2 scores going into halftime. The Raiders will get the ball to start the second half, though. Had some momentum on that last drive, but the defense has not not been where we've seen it all season long thus far, Sam.
And this truly defines, Jake, a good team from a great team is these type of moments. And we're not seeing the great team that we're used to, especially with a first and goal here for Pomona. Let's see if the Raiders can please get a stop on Strickland. Oh, that's too easy.
Untouched.
That was the easiest touchdown of the game for Strickland, as 2 players are down for the Raiders on the field, being knocked over by Strickland.
Strickland carries into the end zone for a Pomona touchdown.
So Pomona now up by a score of 20-7. The Raiders a little bit of time, but not much to try and get this game back to a 1 score before halftime.
And an injured player on the field for Regis. It's number 77, the big man, getting checked out right now. Couldn't put any pressure on that left leg. Hopefully he'll be okay. And we're going to take a quick break here on the Raider Sports Network to catch our breaths and hopefully make sure he is okay. We'll be back with you in just a second. Here comes the third extra point kick of the game, as this one is up and through, almost blocked by Bryce Parsons. Dion, 3 of 3 today. Pomona, very excited on the sidelines, and Jake, as you can see, a very somber Raiders sidelines, and Jake, something that we're just not used to. Every game, they full of excitement, full of just, because they're always playing so good, and we're not seeing an up-to-par Raiders team today.
That's right, a team that hasn't lost a game this season, and we talked about it all season long, Sam. Do you know, obviously you don't root for a loss, but sometimes, you know, you want teams to get that one loss, because then it tells your team, hey, we dealt with some adversity. We know where to go. We know where to go from here. We know how to fight through these losses, and the Raiders haven't felt that so far this season, and, you know, they don't want to feel like come the playoff time as well. A team that's undefeated, Pomona, 4 losses in the regular season.
It's going to be Pyrese Miller and Jackson Connolly in the backfield going to receive this one from the big boy. Wow, I have never seen a toe poke go that far from someone that size. Pomona is unbelievable as they stop Jackson Connolly again. They just grab his foot. Gosh, Jake, it's kind of funny. 74, Garrett Bishop on the defensive line. Taking the kickoff, did toe poking it.
Unbelievable.
It's funny. It's funny.
Gotta hurt his toe.
I guarantee you his toe's about to fall off right now.
Works nonetheless, and then for the Raiders starting back at their own 24-yard line, just about a minute left to go. Markiel trying to cut this lead back down to 1 score. You see trips to the left side, 3 receivers on one side, 1 to the right.
Nico Markiel with plenty of time up the sideline. Great running catch there. That was number 7 for the Raiders, Ty McGuire. First reception of the game. Finally, Ty McGuire, one of our main receivers on this team. He's number 3 in receiving yards on this team. Unbelievable play from him. He has 379 receiving yards on the season. Let's see what else he can do here. Jackson Connolly being talked to. by the coaching staff on the sidelines trying to get this play ran. They need something to go.
Operator being told to fix things up a little bit.
Clock going to be moved to 47 seconds, so cut it to 3 seconds down. Nico Markiel with the second down play coming here. 2nd and 8 with plenty of time. He's going to throw this one up high to the sidelines. Looking for Jackson Connolly. Bad aim on the pass. It'll be a 3rd down, 3rd and 8.
Wanted to go back shoulder there to Jackson Connolly. That's worked so many times this season, but just a little overthrown there by Markiel.
The Raiders would love to end this half with some more points on the board. Let's see if they can do it. Nico Markiel. Deep throw to Jackson Connolly. Oh, he dropped it. Jackson Connolly dropped pass. 4th down play coming here.
Just one you want to have back when you look at that score. Going into halftime, that's a play you want back if you're Jackson Connolly. Had so many yards there to go for and just could not secure the ball on the play. And it looks like a timeout now taken by Pomona.
Oh, that was weird. So Eddie Maxfield's going to punt this one away, hopefully far. Eddie Maxfield is a great punt. He's been fantastic this year, very reliable. Big one coming. And it's going to bounce out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. So 30 seconds exactly left to go here. Plenty of time for this Pomona team to get into field goal range, if they please.
For the Raiders, not the drive you wanted. You know, you had all that momentum, Sam, going into a couple drives ago when Markiel took you down, got that touchdown, and then answering right back was the Panthers team, both on offense and defense. So the Raiders trying to do something sort of the same and resemble that, and down 2 scores now. They got to step up in round 3 of the playoffs in the quarterfinals.
Here we go, Ritzman. Big play coming here with Zamora on his left. Strickland is on the field as well with Posipal. They are stacked right now. Zamora. And he's stopped by Pyrese Miller. What a play. Pyrese Miller, very reliable. He's been playing great this season. He's only a sophomore as well. It's a timeout for Pomona.
Still only their first on the play.
And and I'm agreeing with the fans right now, Jake. The clock never ran. Still 30 seconds left on the board, and that's a problem. Let's see what they do here. No way.
And a questionable call there. Only
5 seconds. Wow. Wow.
That play took at least 8 seconds.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Guess my watch was wrong.
I think we're going to have Sam be the clock operator for the second half here.
No, I'll take over. I'll take over. Give me a stopwatch on my wrist, and I'll just click it every time it happens. They need that. But nonetheless, 25 seconds left to go. More time, and now they're going to put Strickland behind Ritzman, and don't be surprised if they just let Strickland take it to the house.
See if they let him loose here. The Raiders got to
they let him
down.
loose.
He's an
let
animal.
the pit bull loose.
He's an animal. Oh my goodness.
First deep throw of the game. Oh, yes! He caught it! Ritzman! His first deep throw of the game to number 9, Chase Muller. First catch of the game with Bryce Parsons behind him. Oh my goodness! Pandemonium!
One of the only plays you'll see on Bryce Parsons. My goodness. Nothing going for the Raiders right now. Already down 2 scores and looking to go up 3 scores now, and they just did it. Was Pomona.
Dion, 3 of 3. Let's see if he can go 4 of 4 here. Unbelievable play. And it's up and through. Oh my goodness, Jake. What a play from Ritzman. His first deep throw of the game, and it's a perfect one to Muller. If you're a Raiders fan, Jake, you got to be speechless right now.
Bryce Parsons is not happy. Got his hands on his hips on the sideline. Just got beat there, and one of the only times you'll ever see that on Bryce Parsons. Man, Raiders just getting nothing going so far in this game.
It never happens, Jake.
That's right.
He's one of the best players on this football team.
Once in the blue moon there.
Oh my goodness, Jake. It is silent in Raider Nation over here. Unbelievable. Wow. All the students who came here today, and there's a lot of them, are in dead silence right now. Unbelievable first half from Pomona. Arguably their best first half of the season.
The Pomona cheer team, the only ones making noise right now, and I didn't even know they had a cheer team, Sam.
Oh, well.
It's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
A little onside squib kick there, and takes a hop.
And the Raiders get to it. And finally down.
Just a weird-looking kick there, and the luck has been on this Panther side tonight, is all we can say, Sam.
Pomona's kick returned by Doty.
That was Doty returning that one. 11 seconds left to go in this. Unbelievable first half is the only way I can describe it. Here comes Nico Markiel. Let's see if he has enough time to get one more play here. This game is far from over, to say the least. We've seen crazier things, Jake, here at the Raider Sports Network.
And we already talked about it. The number one seeded Cherry Creek had a huge deficit last night, came back. Raiders trying to do the same thing. Nice tackle there by Pomona.
And this clock is going to wind down. 28-7 Pomona. An unbelievable showing from Strickland, Cruz, Zamora, and Ritzman. That foursome has been unbelievable today. So this second half can only be summarized by what should be a hopeful comeback, Jake. Unbelievable. And last thoughts before we head into halftime.
Well, it takes, sometimes they say it takes a punch to get back up and deliver a punch right back, and that's what the Raiders have to do so far, down 21 points. Just not getting anything going so far on any sides of the ball is the only way to put it. The special teams hasn't been there, the turnovers, the penalties, the offense and the defense, nothing going so far for the Raiders, and this is one of the only times we can say we've seen a thing like that so far in the season. So the Raiders are a second half team, Sam. We saw something very similar to this in the first game of the season. The Raiders know they can do it. They know they can come back, and you got to think that there's going to be a lot of words directed at this team at halftime from Coach Danny Philomen and Coach Harold Hasselback.
We're hopeful for a comeback here on the Raider Sports Network. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Again, my name is Sam Stern, Jake Stewart, Patrick Carlson. He's the best producer in the state. Jack Fate, best camera in the state. We are so excited you decided to spend your day with us here on the Raider Sports Network on our first of 3 Raider Sports games tonight, with the boys and girls basketball teams playing at Arapahoe for their first preseason game of the season. Again, my name is Sam Stern. We'll see you in 15 minutes for what should be a great second half.
Good morning, Raiders. I'm Will Monroe.
And I'm Dowie Geber-Marion. This week on RJTV.
Another sports spotlight and an inside look into the Special Olympics pep rally.
And TikTok fever. That and more this week on RJTV.
On Halloween, our Special Olympics Unified Pep Rally took place, featuring the Unified team destroying the Rowdies, and the school being honored by receiving a National Banner Award from the Special Olympics of Colorado for our club's hard work over the years.
It is my favorite event of the year.
As is mine. Here's RJTV reporters Kate Dunn and Liz Brady with more.
Special Olympics is the global movement that brings out the human spirit through the transformation, power, and joy of sports.
Special Olympics is an inclusive program that allows students with intellectual or physical disabilities to participate in sports with people who want to be part of their lives.
That's him, man.
Just kindness and openness and joy, the joy that they bring to every event.
On October 31st, Regis Jesuit High School became the first private school in the country to receive Special Olympics national banner status.
It means a lot to us.
Special Olympics offers a variety of different activities and sports.
I play soccer, football, and basketball.
Soccer and basketball.
They're so happy to be there, all the participants.
And for the athletes, it's all about
Teamwork. Not to get down on us when we're down.
This is Kate Dunn and Elizabeth Brady for RJTV.
Thanks, Liz and Kate.
If anyone wants to join our inclusion revolution as a partner, fan in the stands, or pull or punch participant, please come to our club meetings most Wednesdays. Check your announcements.
What unified season is next, Will?
So we just got done with flag football, and now we're moving on to basketball. That starts in January. So come out and support us. I'm really excited for basketball.
Speaking of being a big fan in the stands, football is on their playoff run, and winter sports began practicing this week. Here's Hudson Ridley and Kylie Pendleton with your Raiders Sports Spotlight.
Thanks, Dawi and Will. I'm Kylie Pendleton.
And I'm Hudson Ridley, and welcome to this week's Sports Spotlight.
The boys' varsity soccer team just ended their best season in recent history.
Raiders Sports Network reporter Earl Stevens put together some highlights of their fantastic season. Check it out.
Here's Luke Galon. Luke Galon with the left shot. Goal. Hit the head. Raiders score. Cross in. McCloskey shot. Score. Throw that one in. Boom! One touch header. Casey McCloskey out in front. Shot. Goal. Goal. Kick that one in. Hooking in. Opportunity. Oh! Takes a shot. Goal.
McCloskey with the shot.
Thanks, Earl. The boys and girls varsity basketball team will play at Arapahoe High School this Saturday. The girls play at 6 and the boys at 7:30.
This is a foundation game to raise awareness for teenage depression and suicide. Admission is free, but donations will be accepted.
Be there to support the cause.
Congrats to Varsity Palms for placing third at Continental League last Wednesday. This weekend is JV Palm State and the Varsity Winter Challenge.
JV will be performing at 10:32 a.m. and Varsity will perform Palm at 6 p.m. and Jazz at 8:30. Good luck, ladies.
And last but not least, the football quarterfinals continue tonight. They play against Pomona at Lou Kellogg Stadium at 7.
Cost is $5 for students and $8 for adults. You know your rowdies will be there.
Football, 7 o'clock tonight. Be there. Be Pomona!
Thanks, guys. That's the update on Raider Sports this week.
Back to Will and Dawi in the studio.
Thanks, Hudson and Kylie.
Now, a quick heads up courtesy of RCLC.
Here's Ryan Oceanero and John Fredericks.
The RCLC is hosting a canned food drive the week following Thanksgiving, December 2nd through the 6th.
Please bring in as many cans as possible to help families have a great Christmas, and show your support for the RCLC food drive in St. Joseph's Parish by wearing Raider Day dress and bringing money for the Cadre collection to support those in need on Friday, December 6th.
We've been doing this food drive for over 20 years, and the families at St. Joseph's rely on us for a wonderful Christmas meal.
Collection bins will be in both tradition halls, and please contact Mr. Lomas for further information.
Thanks, Ryan and John.
Raiders, please do your best to give it up for the families of St. Joseph's Parish.
Get in the holiday spirit. Hey, yo, Will, have you seen that TikTok?
Dude, I don't have TikTok.
What? Bro, you're missing out. I myself am a bit of an addict.
So many of you youths are just like that.
Okay, boomer. Well, here's John Galloway showcasing the madness that plagues so many.
I'm addicted to filming TikToks. It all started when one of my friends showed me these TikTok, and as soon as I saw it, the app, and I just instantly clicked. My friends say they suck and they aren't funny, but I just call them haters.
I used to be really good friends with Johnny, actually, but now I go over and it's all about TikTok. I wouldn't even really call it hanging out anymore. I would call it judging his TikToks.
Enough making TikToks, okay? Just do something else.
So far my work's paid off super hard. I just have so many genuine followers, and it's just great to have like all this fame, and people looking up to me.
He has like 14 followers. Sometimes I text him if he wants to come over, but he says he doesn't have the time. He's scrolling through the For You page looking for ideas. It's just hard hanging out with Johnny anymore.
Thanks, John. Well, DeWeet, thanks for joining me this week. Can't wait to see you on again.
Thank you, Will.
Have an awesome weekend, Raiders. I'm Will Monroe.
And I'm Dowie Gavin Mary. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Welcome back, Raider fans. My name is Sam Stern. Jake Stewart's going to be with us in just a little bit. Again, Patrick Carlson, Jack Fate, Sophia Marcinik, and Angela Sirwa-Marfo here with you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely a crazy first half for those of you who have tuned in with us today. And a score of 28-7 can be summarized as a total miscommunication on both sides of the ball. The offense and defense struggling right now to figure out what the plays. Everything is slow right now. And definitely something we're not used to by a team that is 10-0, a team that is really ruled in a lot of facets of the game. And you know, the second half is going to be one of the most challenging ones of the season for this young Raider team. Again, a team that only has 11 seniors on it, is mostly comprised of sophomore and junior stars, led by, of course, Nico Markiel and David Doty and Pyreese Miller and Dallas Macias and Clay Nanke and so much more. So it's really going to be a test today for the Raiders to see if they have what it takes to come back from a deficit like this, because they really don't know what it's like to be down by 3 scores. But if there's any team that can complete it, it is the Raiders, who could potentially face a team in Cherry Creek who is looking to beat either one of these teams. Again, we're so glad you tuned in with us. In our first game of the day, we have 3 happening today. Obviously, football happening right now, and then boys and girls basketball happening today at Arapahoe High School. Both their first preseason games of the year. The girls basketball team being led by junior and senior star Avery Van Sickle and Jada Moore. Very excited to watch them play. They obviously have a solid team as usual. And then the boys team, they've turned young, but they'll be led by senior talent, starting point guard Will Barbera, Ty Bergman, Michael Wolf, Blakely Stoughton, and Roman Hamilton. We are so excited you tuned in with us. We are getting ready to start here on the Raider Sports Network. Jake Stewart will be back in just a little bit with you. Nico Markiel, a player that is highly ranked, not only in the state of Colorado, but in the country as a quarterback. He is already receiving D1 looks and offers, and a player who could potentially take over a starting role in the college level easily. And definitely look for him. This second half could be the most important half of his career thus far, though. He is going to have to lead his offense to what should hopefully be a semifinal game against Cherry Creek. It is huge. Let's see what can happen here. It's going to be Pomona punting this one off. Again, number 74, Garrett Bishop, the defensive lineman. He's going to toe poke this one away. Yes, he has an interesting form. Definitely not as crafted as Jordy De La Torre. Big toe poke. It's going to come straight to David Doty. He's going to go for a jog. Come up the field, and he's stopped. Pomona has read the plays thus far to perfection. And Doty receives it, and we're seeing Nico Markiel come on for the first time in this second half to hopefully lead the comeback, starting now. Nico Markiel has many offensive weapons. This offensive team, combined with Sloan, Nanke, Connolly, McGuire, Doty, and Macias, has combined for 2,250 receiving yards. And then obviously David Doty with 1,173 rushing yards, 19 total touchdowns on the year. Let's see what they can do here. First down play for Nico Markiel coming ahead here. David Doty up the middle with time. Still going, down. And Jake back with us here, and that's what they need to do, Jake, consistently. Give it to David Doty and run.
That's the start you were looking for. No comeback is too big for Nico Markiel on this offense. Getting the ball to start the half should be a confidence booster. Markiel deciding to keep it there. Not much room that time.
Markiel keeps the ball.
Markiel kept the ball on that play, did not have a big gain. It's going to be a second down, 2nd and 8, 2-yard gain. 11:25 left to go, just starting. Nico Markiel. Let's see what he decides to do here. They're going to stack that left side with Jackson Connolly, Ty McGuire, and Dallas Macias, and one of them is wide open, and it's Dallas Macias. And Jake, if you can find a bright spot in today's game, it is Dallas Macias. Unbelievable play from the young sophomore who's going to be playing college baseball in a couple years.
He has stepped up in just about every third down play for the Raiders. He's been the go-to guy. And they're going to need him in the second half as well, as you see Doty breaking it to the outside. There's the burst of speed.
Still up, and more than a first down. We're seeing a new Raider momentum to start off this game as Jake chomps on the banana.
They're rejuvenated. They're hot.
Jake's rejuvenated with his healthy food today, too.
That's right. That's right. My calorie boost of the day. We're going to need it tonight. 3 games.
Yeah,
fuel up.
You got to go get some Qdoba after this, Jake.
That's right. Well, I'll probably spill those chips somewhere.
Yeah,
got a history
hopefully
of that.
not. Oh, penalty on Bryce Sloan. He's complaining to the ref on that call, but it's going to push him back. And the fans do not like it. And for those of you who do not remember, there are some young fans in the parent section who come here week by week with their blowhorn, and they love to get the crowd into it. Talking some crap today, too, but...
We'll tell them to tone it down a little bit. Don't worry. Still down 3 scores. Are the Raiders moving on a drive that's been nice so far, despite the penalty that's hurt them all game long? There's Markiel getting back to the line of scrimmage there.
And Jake, that one was weird. I feel like that was a lack of communication there. Nico Markiel, I don't really think he knew what he wanted to do with the ball on that one.
Bryce Sloan saying a couple little words on the sideline. I'm sure he kept it PG. Maybe even G.
We would hope so.
Definitely. So trips to the left now, 1 to the right. It's Jackson Connolly.
Nico Markiel, fake pass, up the middle. Has no options, but he still goes and gets a good gain. It should be about 5 or 6 yards.
Turning nothing into something is Markiel. Nice job there, reading the field, doing a little pump fake there. Drew some defenders out wide and gains 5 yards on the play. 3rd down and manageable now for the Raiders. They got to get this one, Sam.
It's a 3rd and 5. Crucial coming up here.
Look for Dallas Macias once again. He's been the 3rd down threat all game long, number 2 on that left side.
Nico Markiel, this is a crucial play with David Doty on his left.
Trying to jump him off sides there, can't do so.
David Doty. There he
Dallas
Macias was there too. 1st down. Dallas Macias is a consistent option here. Excellent play by Dallas Macias. Very reliable, and as I mentioned, Jake, touchdown last game.
That's
he
right.
can do it.
I'm waiting for him to get one today, and then I can say I'm going to see you in the end zone, baby. I mean, he's due. He's ready to go. He's been the 3rd down guy so far today. Trips once again, right side this time.
Markiel handoff once again to David Doty.
Not much running room there for Doty. Gain of just 1 on the play.
They're going to give him 2.
Got to continue running the ball if you're the Raiders, Sam, and open up those throwing lanes for Nico Markiel.
What a beautiful day, Jake. What a beautiful day today it is. It would just be even that much more beautiful if we could see a comeback here, but we're seeing some great momentum here by the Raiders.
Looking for a John Elway-esque comeback right here, down 21 points entering the second half here. Looking to cut the deficit.
Running up the middle, cuts one way. Oh, no way, he bobbles it down. Pomona has the ball.
Can't believe that one. Slipping out of the hands of Nico Markiel, and the struggles continue today for this Raiders team.
If things could only get worse, Jake, and the Raiders stands are silent in utter amazement.
Pomona will take over first and
Pomona will take over
15.
first down play here. They're going to see Ritzman come back on. And Jake, this offense led by Ritzman, Cruz, Zamora, and Strickland, what can they do to get a grip? It's just they have not found any way to stop Ritzman. Every time Ritzman can do something.
Well, you know, Sam, the Pomona Panthers right now have the Raiders right where they want them. They're a run-first team. They like to run the clock out. They did a great job of that in the first half, limiting Nico Markiel, trying to get the ball into the hands of him, and they did just that. As for the Raiders' offensive side of the things, it's just been hurting themselves so far. It's been a turnover battle in favor of Pomona by far thus far, and penalties as well. They've just plagued the Raiders all game long. They just kill a drive, and that's what's happened so far. Drive down the field, you get a couple penalties, and brings your offense right back out of field goal range and out of concern if you're a defensive opponent.
And there's an injury on the field, and we're going to take a quick break here on the field while we wait for this. Welcome back as the injured player comes off the field for Pomona. Now the offense comes onto the field for Pomona. They would love to add a couple more touchdowns to seal this game. Sign, seal, and deliver it, as Stevie Wonder would say. Here we go. First down play. The crowd energy will increase. Ritzman down.
Defense finally showing a little bit of energy there, Sam. They're going to need this if they want to have any shot of getting back in this game. Turnover would be huge right now for Bryce Parsons in this defense, and I know they want it more than anyone right now. I'm sure they had some words from Coach Harold Hasselback at halftime, the defensive line coach, former NFL player for the Denver Broncos.
Coach Jay Madden for the Panthers electing to put Post Pizzle as the quarterback once again, with Zamora on his left. Post Pizzle, he's going to run this one himself up the middle, and the Raiders stop him.
Not before a big gain of 9 on that play for Popsicle.
It'll be a third down, 3rd and 2, it looks like. Raiders need a stop here, big time. Coach Davis Brendel and Philemon talking to Markiel on the sideline, figuring out a way to get this Raiders team to play up to the normal level we're used to seeing. Post Pizzle here. In other words, Popsicle.
Big chance here for the Raiders. Can they get the stop?
And they don't. They miss.
It's a blown
and
tackle.
More. Oh, Jake. It's getting crazy.
There's a flag
There's a flag on the field that could come back. Let's see who they call it on. Let's hope it's going back. Please help us, please.
We're going to have to start sending prayers.
Oh, gosh. Sophia on the sideline thinking exactly what I'm feeling. How is this happening?
Holding.
Yes,
there we go.
Finally a flag on the offense. It'll push it back. It's going to be an illegal block in the back there. God, these young fans, Jake.
I've heard a lot of cheaters chants and all kinds of stuff. And
they going to throw T-shirts into the crowd, too? They have one of those T-shirt guns?
Where's the robotics team? They've been great at that all season.
Yeah, where are they? It's disappointing.
Third down once again here.
It's going to be a third down. 6:48 left to go in this third quarter. And so it's going to be fumbled. And the Raiders grab him and put him down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see who they call it on.
That was the break the Raiders needed. They wanted to foul on that one. Nonetheless, a great stop. Let's see if this flag is on Pomona, as I believe it is.
The crowd's cheering.
Who knows, Sam? That could be for anything.
Yeah, it could be, with the way they've been cheering today.
So
holding on offense.
Catching a break there, and now going to get the ball back. Sam, I want to say that's the first punt of the game for Pomona.
I think it is. One of the people in the crowd telling Ty McGuire to take this and run it to the house.
Ty McGuire, one of the speedsters of this team, the senior. A short kick there. Punter goes down.
High with no distance. Ty McGuire coming up the left side. Crossed over one person. Ty McGuire, the 40. Still up.
Great field position once again for Nico Markiel and the Raiders.
This Raiders team looking for some kind of momentum booster. They are in great position here to put a touchdown in. It'll be at the Regis Raiders.
No, that's Pomona's 33.
Pomona. Oh gosh, Jake. Pomona's 33.
It's okay. It's still early.
God, I think it's the evening. I don't know which side of the field I'm looking at. Gosh. Ugh.
It's all right. It's an early game.
It is an early game, Jake. Not used to this. Can't believe we have another 2 games after this. It just never ends, Jake.
That's right.
We might as well just sleep at the gym.
Christmas came early, Sam. It's a gift that just keeps on giving.
It is.
The Raider Sports Network.
Nico Markiel, plenty of time. Let's see if he can have an
Nico.
option.
Take a shot.
Another deep throw.
There it is.
Bryce Sloan.
You better believe it. He's back, baby. It's Bryce Sloan, number 34 for the Raiders. Big gain on the play and back in the red zone.
Ashley Sloan, Bryce Sloan's mom, proves of that one as she stands up. Very excited on that one. Bryce Sloan is a great player. He leads the team in receptions.
Raiders got to capitalize on this drive.
David Doty up the middle, immediately stopped. That was Strickland coming over to help. He is everywhere today, Jake.
A nice game.
Strickland is unbelievable.
Doty bringing it up a second down and goal now for the Raiders. 5 yards on the play. 2 yards now to go for the Raiders. Trying to get on the board for only the second time today. Cut this lead down to 2 scores. Look for David Doty once again up the middle.
Nico Markiel hands it off to David Doty up the right side. Stopped again. That was Strickland. Strickland is stopping them every time, Jake. They don't even need the rest of the defense, Jake. You could put Strickland out there, and they might as well do good, too.
He's a party animal. That's what he is.
He's something.
He'll be like a school mascot in a couple of years
oh,
or something.
Gosh. He might be taking over for Patrick next year. Oh, gosh.
Patrick will do pictures after the game if the Raiders can come back. Markiel going to take it himself.
Oh, gosh. They can't. He has nothing.
A loss on the play there of 2 yards.
It's a 4th down. And Jake, what do you think? Kick this field goal?
I think you go for it. I think you have to go for it. You're down 3 scores. You kick the field goal and you're still down 3 scores.
Yeah.
So you go for the touchdown here. Why not?
This is huge, Jake. Biggest play of Nico Markiel's career is right here, right now. Let's see what he can do.
4 wide receivers out wide on this play.
Nico Markiel, big play, biggest of his career. Caught! Yes! Bryce Sloan!
Yeah,
caught
baby.
that one. 2 touchdowns this evening. 1 touchdown this evening.
Yes.
Jackson Connolly's the other one. The wide receiver tandem each with a touchdown. Hopefully that starts the comeback of the century.
You better believe it, baby. Raiders on the board once again. 13 points now to show for this game. The defense, Sam, stepping up once in this game, driving, getting the punt. That's what happens. You get the great field position due to Ty McGuire with the big play. Next thing you know, you're on the board.
Jordy De La Torre, second extra point kick of the day. He's 1 of 1. Make it 2 of 2. I'm going to call it. Rack him up.
Betcha.
And sack him up. So the Raiders put 2 touchdowns on the board. 14-28, Jake. They are now 2 scores away. Can they do it?
I think they can. I think they can. This Pomona team is not, they're not ready. They don't want none of this. Raiders team and already got taken down once.
Will Cassidy waving the flag, dropping some pounds while he's at it. Will Cassidy, look at him.
The cowboy.
Look at him go down the sideline.
Where's the hat, Sam?
Where's the cowboy hat?
I think he.
Gosh, he's so fit. Look at him running up the side. It looks like Jackson Connolly up there. We love Will Cassidy, head of Rabble TV with RJ Media, does some great work. Check it out on YouTube. Behind two freshmen, one of the funniest things I've seen. He does a great job. Based off of the show by Galifianakis. He does such a great job. Jordy De La Torre gonna boot this one, I'd assume, to the other side of the field. Let's see what he can do. You drive a Prius, Patrick? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, thank you for letting us know. Jordy De La Torre.
Boomer.
Gosh!
He sent that thing all the way to Texas.
He did.
Jackson Connolly would be proud, wouldn't he?
He would be proud. Hailing from Katy, Texas. Jackson Connolly, a multi-dimensional athlete, multi-sport athlete as well. He's a track and field star. He's won so many awards with track and field, it's even hard to name it. His head coach is one of the assistant football head coaches, and Coach Ryan Taylor. He's my Indy Life teacher. He's a great guy, great teacher. Just had a baby. Congratulations to him. He's a great guy. Very excited for him and his family. Such a great person.
Let's see if the Raiders can shut down Strickland and Popsicle.
Ritzman, great defense. Immediately read him. And Clay Nakey is hyped. Clay Nakey. We love the energy.
I saw that same fist pump when he hit a 3 on me in Lifetime Sports. He's back, baby.
Oh, gosh.
Clay Nakey. Little firepower, saucy, baby. Second down now. Second and long.
Raiders are on their way of pulling off what would be one of the best comebacks in the history of Regis football.
Oh, my goodness.
It would be all over ESPN.
Sam, I think we'd have to storm the field.
I think we
Patrick would jump over the press box or something.
Yeah, Patrick's telling us we'll storm the field. It'll happen. Here comes Ritzman. Big play coming. Handoff up the middle. And the Raiders stop him once again.
Running into his
The energy is there.
Ran into his own player there. I was hoping for a little butt fumble there, Sam, if you've ever seen Mark Sanchez of the New York Jets. Still third down play here for Pomona. You gotta think Strickland's gonna be out there on this play, and you gotta bring the big guns. Clay Ninke, among others. Colby Jaramello, Matthew Bear. We haven't called on Matthew Bear's name a lot. Sam.
Still yet to take a lunch. I know, it's lunchtime.
I'm
it's
hungry. I haven't ate yet. All I had was banana.
No, I know.
Can you take that lunch and bring it back to me? Come on, Robin Hood.
Big play. Crowd is amped. Ritzman on the third down. He's going to take it himself. Not enough, they miss. He's still going. Bryce Parsons out of bounds. Over the bench. Oh my goodness, he's over the bench. And Grayson Stovall with some great sportsmanship to check on him. Wow, that was crazy. He almost landed on my lap.
Ritzman went flying and, wow, flew over the bench, and I'm going to give that a 10 on the diving board scale. It was a solid dive there.
Yeah, a little gymnastics in there too, a little front flip.
That's right.
Love it.
Bryce Parsons playing a little angry now, ready to go, hyped up into this one. Raiders could not shut them down on third down here, trying to get a stop. Now's the time to do so, Sam. Turnover. That's what we need right now is a turnover.
Clay Nanke, Matthew Shade, Tuatelli, Bryce Parsons, Dallas Macias, Pyrese Miller. Let's see what they can do.
Patrick Carlson.
Zamora. Brian Mottram came flying in. Second down.
I had to throw Patrick in. I think he named all the biggest guys at Regis Jesuit. Patrick's included in that list. I had to.
Oh, gosh. Second down play coming in. You can tell that Ritzman is gingerly walking over to the huddle. You can tell when he flew over the bench that he hit his leg on it, and obviously a little sore, but in a game like this, Jake, they can't afford to lose him.
That's right, and they started out with Paul Spickle. I should just start calling him Popsicle.
Yeah, just do it.
They started out with Popsicle as the quarterback and transitioned on, and now it's been this tight formation now, running the ball all game long. Raiders have to stop them now.
Ritzman on the second down play. Let's see if the Raiders can get a much-needed stop here. They're going to hand it off to the big man. The bowling ball up the middle. Let's see. He might have been short. It's going to be a first down.
Just running the ball and running the clock right now.
Oh, Jake. They need to stop him.
Strickland the ball carrier.
Strickland has been unbelievable. It's actually, no, it is it's a third down.
Third down and about.
My apologies.
Third down and about a hairline. I think I can stretch my mic that forward, so the Raiders gonna have to come up big here.
Matthew Shade on the sideline, gonna get stretched out.
Third and less than 30 yards for Pomona.
Third and a yard. Look for them to hand it off to Strickland. He's behind Ritzman. I would be shocked if they didn't give this to Strickland. Shocked.
Third down, Raiders. Gotta make a stop here.
Taking their time. Ritzman, snap. Hand it off to Strickland. Stop. Oh. He's a cheat code, people. He's automatic. Up the middle.
Sanjay Strickland, one of the biggest guys you will ever see out there on a football field, making plays after plays after plays.
First and 10 Panthers from the Regis Jesuit 44.
Back on the Raiders' side of the field now are the Panthers. The defense has not been there so far tonight for the Raiders. Only one stop so far in this game. Pyrese Miller checking out here. Coming right back in.
Watch for Popsicle on the right side. Strickland behind Ritzman. Zamora is on the field as well. They're going to move Strickland to that right side and stack it. They're going to hand off to Zamora up the middle. Stop. They're going to push him back as well. Great defense by the Raiders. They read the play to perfection. The Raider wall coming alive.
Strickland slow to get up there on that play. Excuse me, that's the quarterback, number 15.
1 yard gain in the play, second and 9 for Pomona. That is the end.
77 back in for the Raiders, Sam.
And Jake, it's the end of the third quarter. You could argue that this fourth quarter is the biggest fourth quarter in Nico Marchiol's life. And in the Raiders' history, this could be one of the biggest fourth downs. This could potentially be a game against Cherry Creek on the line.
That's right. Down 2 touchdowns. The defense has got to get you back in it first, though. The defense has to show up, otherwise it could be right back to a 3-score game. And Marchiol's trying to get him hyped on the sideline. He's a leader. He's a true leader of this team. Doesn't get down when his team is down. Tries to get them back going, as you see players for the Raiders trying to step up fourth quarter, and the biggest, as Sam mentioned, of the Raider season of Nico Marchiol's career.
If there's any team that can get it done, it is the Raiders. They need to show their poise. Let's see what the Raiders can do. The key is stopping Strickland, Jake. That's all I'm going to tell you. Strickland is the key to their offense and defense right now. He is their star.
So Pomona now working back towards the Raiders student section. Switching fields now for this fourth quarter. 2nd down and 8.
Ritzman with Cruz on his right. No, it's Strickland. They get one hand on him. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 guys on him, and they push him back all the way. Another flag on the... Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
Worst call I've ever seen, Sam.
Here, we're going
That's
back,
a football play. You push the guy down, you get him down, and they call the late flag. Horrible call by the refs.
This one could go back pretty far for the Raiders, Jake.
Just horrible on that call. Strickland, the big guy to take down the Raiders, finally do it, and they're penalized. Unbelievable.
There are flags on the play, obviously.
And Coach... And the Raider fans, as you can hear, are not happy by that one.
Just a horrible call, Sam. That's all we can say.
It did move him back, though.
It did move Pomona back, though. So if we can find a positive in it.
Maybe.
No,
Wait, did it?
It moved him forward a little bit, actually.
Oh, perfect. Awesome. Even better.
Penalties as one occurred during the play and one after they are not offsetting. So both penalties are marked off.
So both penalties will be...
The end result is Pomona's ball, 2nd and
Trying to
6
listen to
for the
Mr. Taylor, our great PA announcer. Looks like both penalties will be canceled. It'll just be a 2nd down.
What do you do with Strickland now, Sam? You finally tackle him and you get penalized. So how do you get that guy down?
You just got to keep working at it. I don't know what to say. You just got to keep working at it. Ritzman handed off to... No, he's not going to fake... Oh, Jake faked off the defense, but he didn't have enough for a 1st down.
The whole Raiders team thought I was going to Strickland there.
Oh. It'll be a 3rd down, though, but it will be short. It'll be a 3rd... Will it? Yeah, 3rd and short.
3rd and about 2.
Yep.
Huge opportunity for the Raiders defense.
Big one coming. As Patrick said, for once in our lives, can we please stop a 3rd down play? Big one coming. Big play for the Raiders. They are running out of time for the offense. They need a stop here to give the offense time to move up the field with ease. Strickland. Oh my goodness, again. Strickland is a superstar today. He cannot be stopped.
Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, I think we throw Patrick Carlson out there, take him one-on-one with Sanjay Strickland.
I think Patrick could give him a run for his money.
Might have to eat a couple of donuts before.
Yeah, might need to go to Krispy Kreme and get a couple dozen of those to keep up. But Jake, it's a problem because, and this is no hit on the defense because I think we have a fantastic defense. I don't know if we have any guy on the field right now who can keep up with him, with Strickland, let alone big enough.
And then they got the 1-2 punch, so Ben Cruz in now. They'll hand it off to Cruz. That punch right there is just tough to get down. Gain of 8 on that play. On a team that does not get a lot of penalties. You've seen it tonight. Not a lot of flags thrown on the Raiders.
8-yard gain makes it 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. And Jake, as much as I don't want to say it, they tag on another touchdown. I don't know. In about 11 minutes, I don't know if they can come back from 3 down.
That's right. Your defense has to step up here. It's now or never season on the line tonight for the Raiders. Trying to get something going, anything. Just got to step up. Just somebody's got to do it.
The parents begging and pleading for this team to stop them, and they don't. 1st down. Unbelievable. It's going to be a first down for Pomona as they take their time. They are taking their time. 9 minutes exactly, Jake. The clock is
running
ticking
that
down.
clock down.
Oh, devastating.
Getting it out of the hands of Nico Markule, and smart play calling. If you're Coach Madden of Pomona, I mean, you just get the ball out of the star quarterback's hands. The Raiders had some momentum, but not anymore.
Ritzman with Zamora on his left. He's number 7. Running up the middle. Raiders get a stop. Great play by the Raiders. It is silent in Red Nation over here, in utter disbelief. Second down coming for Ritzman and the Panthers. The Raiders need to get defensive stops. Let's see if the defense can get a big stop here to force a third down. Clock is ticking. Ritzman, fake handoff to Strickland. The Raiders get him.
Not much going there.
Raiders turning it up, but is it too little, too late, Jake?
I don't know, Sam. They gotta hold them to no points on this drive, and that's gonna mean a stop here as you see a timeout taken by Regis Jesuit. Their first.
It's going to be a quick timeout on the Raider Sports Network as we will take a quick timeout here. Here comes Pomona. The Raider fans are on their feet. They need a stop. It's a third down. Ritzman with Strickland on his right. Can we stop Strickland? There's a flag on the field.
Looks like a false start here, and that's huge.
Oh, it's going to push him back. Huge, Jake.
I want to say that's the first penalty of the game on Pomona's offense, Sam. Just a crusher there for a team that likes to run the ball. You're going to force him to throw the ball now, it looks like.
Raiders need more stops. Tuatelli, Stovall, Matt Bear, Clay Nanke, Bryce Parsons, Tyrese Miller. They need everybody. They hand it off to Strickland. They stop him. They stop Strickland. They dogpile over him, and Clay Nanke is hyped. Big play. They finally stopped him.
Here comes the field goal unit for Pomona. Onto the field for the first time tonight.
Big field goal here.
Extend this lead to 3 scores.
Big one for Pomona.
From about 36 yards. 36-yard field goal now. It's number 48, Dion Mays.
Dion, he's made everything today. Can he do it again?
No.
And no good. No good. Dion Mays, he missed it. Too deep. The game is still alive. 28-14, Jake. We cannot put this to bed yet.
Goodness.
Oh my goodness, this is unbelievable action on the Raider Sports Network.
It's not over until it's over.
Oh, gosh, it's so nerve-wracking, Jake.
Need some Christmas music?
Patrick suggesting some Christmas music.
Nico Marchiol with time. Deep to the side. Dallas Macias. No. Did he drop it? Dropped it.
Got crushed on that one.
Good look, though. 6:40 left. The game is not even close to over. Plenty of time. The Raiders are going to start getting the ball up the field.
I gotta say, Sam, if the Raiders could come back from down
Unbelievable.
down 21 points, I think you'd have to call it the greatest comeback in Regis Jesuit history.
You'd have to.
But it all starts here. Down 14 in the hands of your sophomore sensation.
Markiel with plenty of time. Deep throw up the middle. Caught by Dallas Macias. Up the field. They're going. They need to hurry. This team is unbelievable this year. Even when you think they're out of it, they're still up and going. First down for the Raiders. Oh, my stomach is just going crazy. I'm so nervous, Jake. Flag on the field. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Timeout, Patrick Carlson. Doing a bad reffing job today. Oh, they're going to stop the clock with 6:20. It's a 2-possession game. 28-14. Jake, what is the option here? Who are you looking for? What's the play?
Well, you know, down 2 scores with such less time left in the game, you can't really look for David Doty, but maybe even like a screen pass, a simple screen pass. Those slants have been working all day long to Dallas Macias. You keep that going. That'll open up your shots deep. You can look for Jackson Connolly or Bryce Sloan deep after you get that run game going or get those slants going. So that's kind of your game plan if you're the Raiders. You got to operate. You got to start slow, if you will. You got to start with those slants. You got to start with those short passes, and then you take a shot, and it will be there for the Raiders.
Let's see what the Raiders elect to do. They have their best receivers on the field. Dallas Macias, Bryce Sloan, Jackson Connolly, Ty McGuire, and Clay Nanke. They're all on the field and available. David Doty's on the field as well. This offense is one of the best offense in the state of Colorado. Let's see if they can show it on this play. Big first down coming here as they start the clock once again.
Trips on the left. Once again, the Raiders have ran that all game long.
They got to find somebody here. Let's see who's available. Nico Markiel. Quick throw up the line. Bryce Sloan. Let's see if he was in. Out of bounds.
Went up.
Great catch, though.
Climbed a ladder for that catch, but he was out of bounds.
Anything but a turnover here, Jake. Anything.
The refs coming together to talk. That might have been a hold on the defenseman.
And they stop the clock to talk about it. Let's see what they do here.
Pass
yes! Oh my goodness!
Bryce
they
Sloan.
called something on that.
Bryce
Great!
Sloan once again.
He's putting in the work, Jake.
Drawing the pass interference. Not even given a shot on that play. Went up, got the grab, out of bounds. Pass interference, move the chains.
Nico Markiel. He is calm right now. Very calm. 6:14 left to go. Nico Markiel looking for the deep option. Goes close instead.
There's Doty.
David Doty. Great job by the Raiders. Flag on the field. Oh no. Oh! It's going to be on the Raiders.
Grayson Stovall furious on that one.
They called it on 55 for the Raiders, and he is not happy. That's Antonio Sandora. Very upset at that call. In Patrick Carlson's ballroom dance class.
Not joking.
Oh, we believe you.
Flag was dropped there. Ref having some issues all game long.
Nico Markiel. Plenty of time. Up the middle. Caught by Bryce Sloan. Lunging. No way. The ball's out. The ball is out. And to Pomona. This game just changed immensely.
That Might have been the Raiders' season on that play. Unbelievable. Turnovers tonight, killing the Raiders. 4 of them already.
For the fumble after the completion, recovered by the Panthers.
Unbelievable. The Raiders defense once again needs to get 3 quick stops. Quick stops. Let's see what they can do. 5:56 left to go. It is not over yet. Up the middle. And the Raiders get a stop. Great defense there by the Raiders. Second down play coming. A gain of at least 3.
Antonio Sandora pacing those sidelines right now. Gosh, man. Frustrating drive for the Raiders.
Going to be a 4-yard gain.
They can't take that damn ball.
5:20 left to go. The clock is ticking every second. They are playing for their lives right now.
Design quarterback sneak.
Dallas Macias was there.
Nowhere to go but home.
And a flag on the field. Bryce Parsons not happy about it. It could be on the Raiders. No way. Tuatelli doesn't like it.
Just horrible calls all night long from the refs. It's unbelievable, Sam.
Let's see what they call here this time. And Coach Philemon is ready to go ballistic. All 5 refs talking in the middle of the field. Having a meeting.
Pick up the flag.
Might as well just go get some coffee and some Schlotzky's while you're at it.
Still have yet to pick up the flag. Calling a 15-yard penalty on Tuatelli of the Raiders at the end of the play.
And Philemon hates the call.
Just horrible reffing all game long. Awful.
Personal foul penalty moves the ball to the Regis 40-yard line. First and 10, Pomona.
And it'll be a timeout for the Raiders. Unbelievable game, Jake. And the crowd is not happy about this one. Who saw this coming, Jake? Who saw this one coming?
I sure didn't. I know myself and Patrick and Sam, nobody saw this. And oh, my goodness. I'm going to go home and go to Dick's Sporting Goods and buy this ref another whistle.
Yeah.
Man.
Crazy one. And Jake, you're not going to believe who's here to watch this game tonight. Keon Martinez in the crowd today. Such an honor to have him back playing at Idaho this year. A great player, probably the best running back in the state of Colorado ever. Unbelievable player.
One of the best in Regis Jesuit history. Cheering on the Raiders tonight. Down 2 scores, under 5 minutes left to go in this one now.
And the big man stopped by Dallas Macias. Dallas Macias has been the MVP of this game for the Raiders. Every time he has been there to help. Just unfortunate. Second down play coming. Clock ticking down. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left, Jake. Oh my goodness.
Raiders cannot stop the clock no longer in this game. All 3 timeouts burned, down 2 scores. Needing a comeback, needing a miracle.
Up the middle. And another stop. Third down coming. Let's see if they can get one more. And Clay Nanke limping a little bit on that left leg. They cannot afford to have him out. They need him at full strength right now if they want to make a comeback of any kind.
Approaching 3 minutes left to go here in this one. Raiders still down 2 scores. This is the game right here. Third down.
Big one coming. Strickland's going to be on the right. They're not going to give it to him. Instead, it's going to be Popsicle.
Bryce
and they
Parsons,
stop him.
A angry hit there on that one. He wanted that one.
And it's going to be a timeout.
Gain of 3, 4th and 2 for the Panthers.
It's going to be a 4th and 2.
Regis Jesuit calls timeout.
I think they'll go for it, Jake, with a 4th and 2.
From the 32, I think you're right.
I'd just give it to Strickland and let him take it home. Unbelievable. Jake, I've seen a lot. We've done a lot of football games here at Regis the last couple years. I have not seen a player like Strickland before. He has controlled this game on both sides of the field. He has his name written all over it.
4 years of football on behalf of the Raider Sports Network, myself, Sam Stern, Patrick Carlson, Angela Sirwa Marfo. Just so much fun with you the last 4 years. If this is it, man, it's been such a fun ride, so much fun, and going back all these years, we remember Nick Senglis, and if you go back that far, Nick Senglis and Kyle Schwolst, to name a few guys. Those were some of Sam and I's mentors, helping us through the years, and man, it's been such a great ride. Don't want it to end, but Raiders gonna have to step up now.
Raiders need a stop here. 4th and 2 to Strickland up the middle. Oh, again.
And that should do it.
Still about 2.5 minutes left to go. Or 3:08 left to go, my apologies. But as Jake said, it's inching closer and closer to what should be a devastating loss. An end to this magnificent history-making season.
Just nothing you could say about this one. Just one bad game for the Raiders on the season, and on a perfect season, couldn't ask for a better season. 14 straight wins going into this one, and man, tough one for the Raiders tonight. Clock continuing to tick here, approaching 2 minutes now.
Strickland up the middle again. Still up. Strickland, he's a star. Unbelievable. Every time.
This guy's going to have a future.
He'll have a future.
Play in the NFL, or
no doubt.
Moving the chains there on first down and long. Unbelievable.
1st and 10 Pomona at the Regis Jesuit
Pomona
16.
going to be able to kneel on it pretty soon here, and just a tough game for the Raiders. Tough game for everybody, and tough end of the season, Sam.
Getting ready to kneel here soon. This is Popsicle. Hand it off to Zamoa. Flag on the field once again. It has been flag galore.
Holding called against the Panthers.
The penalties called against the Panthers. 1 minute and 38 seconds left to go in this game. 1:38 left until Pomona could potentially be moving on to face the best football team in the state of Colorado in Cherry Creek. Wow. Silence here at Lou Kellogg Stadium. What was expected to be pandemonium turns into utter silence. Coach Philemon still having conversations with the refs about the calls that have been made today. Some reffing that has been
just atrocious, to say the least.
Gonna push him back. Looks like another timeout on the field, possibly. Trying to figure out what's going on here.
Holding penalty makes it 1st and 20 for Pomona.
1st and 20 for Pomona. Another timeout. So, as this one comes to an end, Jacob, I mean, we talk about all the exciting memories from this season. We started against
these
guys, Pomona, and a game sort of like this one where we started out the first half not great, and then we came back and David Doty won us that game in that second half of the beginning of the season. And this game today, you just dated back to this one. We didn't have that extra energy, Jake. Turnovers, bad calls, not good play calling. It's sad that it had to come down this way, but it's sports.
Yep.
It's what happens.
Yep. Raiders had moments where you said, okay, maybe come back, maybe get back in this thing. It's just too little, too late, for this Raiders team. It's hard. Those turnovers are just so tough to overcome at the high school level. To have 4 in a game to go along with all these penalties, some warranted, some not. But for the Raiders, it's tough. It's tough to overcome those, and it puts you in this position against the Pomona team that will, like we said so many times tonight, just run the ball up your throat, and that's exactly what they've done. You got to give kudos to the team that's played better tonight, frankly, in Pomona. And they played angry. They came into this game, already lost once to the Raiders, and wanted this one just a little bit more than the Raiders did.
They did. And they're going to kneel this one. 1:34 left to go in this one. Pomona already starting to celebrate on the sidelines. They got a good crowd that came all the way from Arvada today. And the Raider fans, as I've mentioned, are in silence. But, Jake, if you're the Raiders, you have to be so proud and of this team. This is one of the best football teams we've ever had at this school.
Right.
Full of talent. And young talent at that. Only 10 seniors.
Mm-hmm. Never seen a team more counted out to go into the season and play so well. So kudos to this Raiders team coached by Danny Philemon. Kudos to every star player, every athlete out there for the Raiders. Played great all season long. Just a fantastic season. We've talked about it with field hockey, with soccer. Just all these teams stepping up, playing great all season long. And you don't get the result you're looking for, but just for Nico Markiel, he'll still have 2 more years. Unfortunately for us, it will not be the same. It's sad to end like this, but what a ride for the Raiders. What a 4 years for us in this Raiders Sports Network. Getting this win tonight is the Pomona Panthers team, moving on to face Cherry Creek in the state semifinals. Thanks for tuning in to Raiders Sports Network all season long for our football coverage. It's been one heck of a ride, Sam. I know I can say that. And Patrick, I know, would say the same thing. Jack Fade and Angela as well.
A sad way to start the season, but a very great season. We've been so excited, and it's our pleasure that we've been able to broadcast every football game this year, Jake. It's a feat that Raider Sports Network and RJ Media has never gotten done. We've done it, and it's been an absolute honor being able to broadcast all those games for you. And what a season it has been, full of highlight moments, great stats, great players, and just full memories. I can say for myself, being able to broadcast football and soccer and basketball and all these sports from freshman year all the way to now, being able to now do it with this fantastic crew and Jake, Patrick, Jack Fade, and Sophia Marsnick, and Angela Surwa-Marfo. It's been an absolute pleasure and a great ride. We're going to close out this football broadcast for the last time. Can't believe we're doing this, but we are. Patrick Carlson, Jake Stewart, Jack Fate, Sophia Marsnick, Angela Surwa-Marfo, Kylie Pendleton, Armando Maldonado. My name is Sam Stern. You have a great day. We'll see you at the basketball games.